Gordon Weir. Hearing about the latest Kirstie Alley tweet, I thought she was quoted as saying that Scientology saved her life, that she was addicted to drugs. I thought Scientology shunned people who admitted to using drugs. Is this another example of Scientology bending their rules for celebs? No, Scientology doesn't shun people who come in who are currently taking drugs. Kirstie Alley, in fact, said that her life was saved by Scientology twice. Not particularly noticing that she came in, did the Narconon program, which is a drug rehab program, got off of cocaine, I think it was, that she was addicted to, got back on it, and then had to do the rehabilitation program again. Not really that uncommon for the big wide world, but when you're claiming a 75 to 80% success rate, that doesn't speak well for your success rate when your national or international spokesperson, Kirstie Alley, admits that she did the program twice. At least that's how I understand her past. If I'm wrong about that, somebody can correct me on it, but that's how I understand her history with Narconon and with Scientology. If somebody comes into a Church of Scientology and they are drug addicted, they will be referred to a Narconon, if there is a Narconon program in the area, or the local church might try to take a stab at getting the person off of the drugs themselves by selling them a purification rundown. I've done a whole video on the dangers of that program, how it's not really at all what it says it is. But the Scientologists think it is, and the Scientologists think that by sweating and taking mega doses of vitamins and niacin that you can help with withdrawals and with getting people off. There's different approaches to it. I'm speaking in very broad terms right now. They might try to get the person, off the drugs first, but they're not going to go too far out of their way on that unless the guy's got money and he's throwing it at them. Because remember, Scientology is all about the money first. If some local Scientologist wants to take this drug addict on and get the person to withdraw from the drugs and then get them to pay for and do the purification program, well, that's on the individual Scientologist who's being, maybe trying to be helpful or be a good Samaritan or something. But they're not going to just kick the guy to the curb necessarily if they think that they can do something for him to encourage him to get off of the drugs that he's addicted to. So that's, now they're not going to, you're right that they'll shun a person who's on drugs in terms of putting the person onto regular classes or into a regular program of Scientology auditing. That person will first have to get off the drugs. But I just wanted to be clear that it's not like, oh, you walk in and you're drug addicted, okay, just get out. That's not necessarily the reception you're going to get, depending on how far gone you have become in your drug addicted descent, right? If you're homeless and sleeping on the streets and this sort of thing, well, Scientology is not going to be interested in you in any way at all. But if you come in and you've got this issue and you've got money and you're willing to throw it at them, they'll take it and they'll use it up trying to help you with your drug problem. And maybe it'll work and maybe it won't. It is a total coin toss. No, not an issue this is not a case of an exception being made for a celebrity. So there you go.